Hello, everybody. My eyes are red. Legends of Tomorrow made me freaking cry a lot, but we will get to that. Mike, Flash is first. Let's go.
All right, The Flash, episode 18 of season 2 versus Zoom. So, equipped with a tachyon device, Barry believes he's fast enough to stop Zoom and wants to open the breaches to catch him. Harry strongly advises against that plan, but after Barry convinces him, Harry reveals that Cisco has the power to reopen the breach. Meanwhile, Hunter Zolomon's painful story on Earth 2 is revealed. And wow, was there a lot to take in this episode. Brock, I'll let you have the floor.
A lot is a drastic understatement. Wells being the voice of reason is like, yeah, you know the one way that Zoom can get here? Let's not open it. Like, at all. Zoom's not smart enough to get over here on his own. Let's not do it. And I love that the entire time he's just like, you really didn't think I was smart enough to figure out another way to open the breaches? I'm just not going to tell you because I'm not a moron. Because I know you'll open it if I tell you how to open it.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't think I don't know some things? Hello? Teddy Sears. Holy balls was he good in this episode. That laugh when he gets Barry's speed at the end of that episode, that was scary. That anyone who's read how psychotic Hunter Zolomon is in comics, it was right there. That one scream, that just adrenaline rush of him just going insane was, oh.
Who's crazier, Hunter Zolomon or Reverse Flash?
Okay, now you're gonna have to give or take here. I don't know a lot, but I looked up a good chunk of them when I first initially found out who Hunter Zolomon was, which was 6 years ago. Eobard Thawne is now everyone. I'm not a Flash fanatic. This is just what I read and looked up. Eobard is more of a Pride fanatic, and he likes to get Barry to his best and always show him up. He doesn't need to be out in the open. He doesn't need to be known he's there until he's defeated. He wants Barry to know that he is the one that stopped him, humiliated him, and proved he was better than him. Hunter's nuts. I mean, legit nuts. I don't ever remember if he was a psychotic murderer that watched his dad take out his mom with a muzzleloader. It wasn't a muzzleloader. I'm not good with guns, but whatever he shot her with in front of her when he was 12. I don't know if that happened, but I know the guy's legit crazy, and like the red eyes and the freakish monster look from Speedsters, that's Hunter. He's nuts. They're both crazy. One is a Pride fanatic. The other's got a couple screws loose.
Yeah, the other's just completely off the wagon.
Yeah, Hunter's a nut job. But it's just everything about this episode looked good. He's finally getting called Vibe. I'm so happy.
He's doing the thing.
I'm so happy. Oh my lord! Like when it just hit me when I'm just gonna start calling him Hunter. I don't know why they still call him Jay. Hunter goes up to that portal. Come on, Vibe. Just wow, he's actually got a title now. That's amazing.
All he's missing is a pair of spandex.
Pair of spandex. Oh, the colorful spandex. If he ever starts talking about cutting his hair, I'm gonna get excited. I don't know if he's gonna have a ponytail and be like that, but if he gets, but that's a story for another time. It was all really good, and I wasn't paying attention. I did not get to watch it Tuesday. I did not get to watch it Wednesday. I got to watch it earlier, and I was watching on my computer, and I had some other stuff going on. I didn't realize that the episode was near ending. Takes off with Caitlin and the credits hit. Like, what? Just like, I should have been paying more attention to what time it was. God.
This is what it felt like watching that ending. Like you're driving along, you're on the highway, and then suddenly, like as the show's about to end, you hit a brick wall.
This is like, okay, supernatural spoiler. This is pretty much the end of season 1. Everyone is almost dead. They almost just killed the thing that killed their mom. Their dad was possessed by a demon, so he's not doing good. Dean got the crap kicked out of him, and Sam is like, the last 5 seconds of the episode, everyone's going to be fine. We're going to make it to the hospital. We're all going to be good. Semi, 90-degree angle. Boom! Blows him clean off the road. That's pretty much exactly what this was.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've gushed enough. Go.
Okay. The special effects in this episode I thought were magnificent. Yes, like we kind of already gushed about Vibe being Vibe, doing the thing. And you know what? I hope what we get to see next season, we get to have some fun with the multiverse, and Vibe gets to just go travel. What if we spend a good chunk in Gorilla City?
Don't even. Hey.
But yeah, that's Vibe. Vibe is a major positive in this episode.
So good.
Also, I really liked the kind of the major recurring theme of this episode of how the other half lives. We got a great Star Wars reference from Sisko.
Very long Star Wars reference.
It is the most. Every single episode, Sisko has like a Sisko moment, and this is probably like one of his crowning achievements.
Mm-hmm.
The whole,
anyway,
the whole Anakin Skywalker speech, that was just great.
If anyone else would have said that line, it would have sounded dumb. That would have sounded like poorly written garbage if anyone but Sisko said that.
Yeah, only he could have pulled it off. But the other thing I like is I like how in the beginning we kind of get a repeat of Barry's origin, how he saw his mother get killed by Thawne and blah blah blah. But then the very next scene is like on Earth 2, and we see Hunter's dad shoot his mom like right there. And I swear it's one of the darkest things that I've seen in any of the DC shows.
Yeah. That and the first time that Wells just murdered Sisko in cold blood.
Yeah.
It's up there.
For a lighthearted show like The Flash, they when it gets dark, it gets dark. I don't think even Arrow has gotten to those kind of lows. But then again, we don't notice because the whole that show is tonally darker than The Flash, just in general. Let's see what else I like. I liked Iris kind of coming to terms with her supposed destiny. The line when she says on Earth 2 we're married, in the future we're married. Yeah, this is supposed to happen, isn't it?
It's supposed to. This is what bugs me. They both know that this is supposed to happen. It just takes her to realize that, in some other place, that Barry could have totally pulled this reality out of his ass. We're married.
Yeah, she's just kind of taking his word for it.
She should. Barry's not going to lie about that. Of all things, he's not going to lie about. But it's just those other us got married and they seem happy. We should be like other us and get married and be happy. Duh! You can be happy now. Every loser out there, every guy in the friend zone's going, if I only had an Earth 2 doppelganger that got married, I'd be in the zone right now.
Man, I'm hypothetically jealous of my Earth 2 counterpart. He's probably way more successful than I'll ever be.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Then again, he's probably more of a dick than I would be.
It's a good possibility. I don't know what I would be like. I probably have no tattoos, clean shaven. But all right. Also, I didn't know how they were gonna fight Zoom. That was a good choice. Stick him in a room with cardboard cutouts of what his parents looked like.
Yeah,
that was pretty smart.
I like when in superhero battles they always every hero and a villain has an Achilles heel, and I like how it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be anything physical. It can be something emotional like that.
Oh yeah. All right. I really don't have a lot of other positives other than I really like the episode. But the one real glaringly screaming negative that I have.
Hold on. I want to go first. It's in the strictly in this narrative, it's not a bad thing, but because I'm a nerd, I just have to point it out. We're not going to talk about the Supergirl crossover, not even a little bit.
Not at all. Not even going to reference it.
You're just going to say, how long was I gone?
That wasn't a publicity stunt.
Totally not a publicity stunt.
He just goes into a rift and then comes back out. And then they're like, how long was I gone? I don't know, man. This is the quickest you were ever gone. It's like, you're just not going to mention you went through a rift in the highway and they watched you on the monitor go through a rift in the highway, 10 feet later, pop back out of space. No one's going to say anything. And what I love also is they had him running in a clear shot on the street. It cuts to a different angle of him running, going through that portal, going through another portal, and then cuts to an almost identical shot previously and then going in. That wasn't added at all.
Wow.
Come on, CBS. I know that their ratings weren't the best, but you could have done something to tie that in better.
Man, just one reference.
Just be like, we'll talk about that. What do you mean? How long was I gone? We'll talk about it later. That's all you needed. But all right, I digress. All right, a screamingly, glaringly huge negative here. You have the parents in there as a distraction. You shoot the boot on Solomon. Good call. How long did you really think it was going to be before the supernatural speedster just phases his hand and breaks that lock? You had no plans other than shooting him with the boot?
Yeah, you really could. He really should have thought that through.
Where was you didn't need anyone else to be in there. Where was your one laser or guided automated thing that someone can control from the safe room to shoot him with the anti-speed trank?
Yeah, you could have done it right then and there. I understand why, because tension and dragging out the episode and blah 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 blah. But that could have been a much easier solution than the whole I'll trade your speed for Wally, and then he gets gypped out of that deal. Because of course he does, because Zoom is evil. He's pure diabolical mustache twirling evil.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything else to say on the episode?
Honestly, I don't. And I've noticed that this episode is one of the more polarizing episodes of the series so far, or at least the season. I get there are some people who really love this episode, but there are some who are like, this is one of the worst episodes ever. And I don't really agree with that.
I don't agree with that either. I really didn't think they were. Oh, go ahead.
If they only hate it because of the last like 15 minutes, where again it's human yet stupid decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It's human decisions, but they're still really stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. stupid decisions. But all right. On to Legends of Tomorrow. I grabbed the wrong plot synopsis. That's next week. A deadly assassin called the Pilgrim wants to wipe out the legends from the timeline by killing the heroes' younger selves before they become powerful. All right. It does not matter what show Quentin Lance is on. And yes, he had some not so stellar moments, but that's because he's a man in his mid-40s and he's allowed to be an old grouch sometimes when his daughters get killed. So, that being said, Quentin Lance is probably, next to Henry Allen, the best dad to ever be portrayed on CW and a good chunk of networks.
Oh, wait, what about Joe?
Oh, okay, yeah, Joe's up there too. He is tied with Lance for me. Lance is just, once Lance made the recovery from he's been aces ever since with me. Other than some bad writing.
I'm gonna say this. Every time you see Detective Lance with Sarah, you get the best moments out of him.
Oh yeah. The learned it from my dad thing. Simplest line in the world, but it was great. Also, man, you can shrink some years out of a person when you just throw some jet black hair on them.
I know, right?
Wow, do you look young. Okay. There's one gigantic gripe I normally have with The Flash and with Legends when they have really long, prolonged CGI shot scenes. They had one at the end of this episode, and it looked like it was actually happening.
Wait. Which scene are you talking about?
The one where they're all frozen in time, and they're doing that wide panning shot. I was waiting.
So cool.
I was waiting for the polymer plastic doll effect that they normally have when Barry's fighting someone at super speed for all of them, but even Firestorm looked like an actual dude on fire.
You know what? It looked like a glossier version of an Alex Ross painting.
Good. Yes. I like that. I like that a lot. But yes, just that whole going around. And I'm like, man, this is going to look bad. It's not their fault because they're CW, but it looks really good. Where has this been? But yeah, that was great. Getting to see all of the earlier selves of all of them was great. And the moment that made me cry, Jackson as dad. People,
which one made you cry more? The one in the hospital or the one on the ship?
I don't know. I was still teary-eyed ever since the first one happened. Just the whole remember the name Jefferson Jackson. This kid's going to be great someday. Jackson actually get to meet his dad and knowing he's going to be good. And then he still chooses to let his dad go because he doesn't want to screw anything up. But then the second time, he just cannot help it. He wants the possibility to come back and see his dad. It's my heart. You ripped it clean out of my chest and poured it into a feels fountain. Just cranked her on high. Oh. Man. And getting them to describe their younger selves. He's like, you sure you want to leave her alone with him? He's like, even before I joined the League of Assassins, I learned how to deal with people like you. But anyways, I've gushed enough. Go on.
Something we haven't talked about yet. Rory talking to his younger self, those were some powerful moments.
Mhm.
Because it shows a couple things. One, it shows Rory's maturity, how he can, like, I have dreams about this scenario. I'm only 23 years old, but I always have dreams about going back in time to my younger self and just telling him, Mike, don't do that. Don't do that thing that you're about to do that you might regret, or don't pass up this opportunity. Don't make my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there are so many days I wish I could do that, and seeing Rory have the talk with his younger self, that like the last one just had me in tears. Just wow. And I'm gonna say right now, I know I played this card a lot this season. This is the best episode of Legends of Tomorrow so far. Every single character moment has been great. Kendra and Ray, their scenes were great. I love the developing friendship between Sarah and Kendra, and also seeing Sarah interact with her younger self. That was fun too.
Mm-hmm.
And also seeing Sarah and Mick bickering like a bunch of like brothers and sisters.
Do I need to separate you two? Oh, and one great line. I love that they were just sitting there at the end talking about who chose to tell who what, and I'm just like, no one's talking about this. And then Stein said it. He's like, I am very shocked you didn't tell your teen self to not get on a certain boat.
Oh, that would have rewritten history.
Yeah, then I just went, all right, continuity. She would not be standing in that room just then.
By the way, did you notice what Rip's real name is?
It was Michael, wasn't it? Or did I hear it wrong?
No, you heard it right. Now I don't know if it's official, but is Rip Hunter's real name Michael Carter Jr.? As in, well, we know he's Booster Gold's son, but is he actually a junior?
I will tell you in a second. Google, keep going on. What else you liked about this episode?
What didn't I like about this episode? I'm just gonna ramble and say everything that comes to my mind. Oh, you know what? The Pilgrim was awesome.
Yes.
She's probably
okay. According to the DC Wiki, his name is question mark Carter.
Okay.
And relatives, Michael John Carter, father. So I'm going to guess that means senior and junior.
You know what? Sure, let's roll with it.
Okay. But anyways, go on. The Pilgrim.
The Pilgrim. Hang on, I need to find her name because she does look so familiar. Okay, guest star Faye Kingsley. Now give me a sec. I'm gonna find out what else she's been in because
is her father named Ben?
Wrong spelling.
Ah.
It's Kingsley spelled KINGSLEE.
All right, I'm going to pretend to know that I know exactly how Kingsley's last name is spelled. But anyways, all right, I trust you.
I'm going to be up front. She's hot as hell. And
she's
she kicks ass.
Girl. She's a good-looking girl.
Oh, and she's a voice in Far Cry 3.
Who does she voice? Is it Citra?
Let me check.
I bet it's Citra.
Yep, Citra.
I knew it! That entire time, something about her was bugging me so much. Citra and Far Cry. Oh man, dude, if you haven't played Far Cry 3, oh my goodness, there was a lot of Citra in the Pilgrim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's part of a tribe on an island, and she's kind of like their hire for. Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there. There's a lot of ruthless mentality in Citra.
She kind of reminded me a little bit of a cross between like Nissa and Feora, a little bit. Like the way she moves and the way like she fights. It's a mix of like all different fighting styles in the DCU.
Definitely.
Let's see. Any more positives before I break into some of these news stories? Because I'm gonna be front with you guys. I don't have a negative. I just can't think of anything that I didn't like about this episode.
All right, I had one little negative, and it's not bad. The fact that Ray was getting the royal snot beat out of him, and his internal organs had all this massive damage. She stops attacking him, and all the massive damage is just gone instantly. He couldn't be hurting for a little bit. It was like in 20 seconds, all that internal injury is gone. I don't know if it's just because he was dying.
There is one small continuity error that I noticed. They went to Starling City in 2014, and by that point, it kind of like I don't remember how far along Ray was in his suit, but it like I don't remember like his suit being that functional unless that's just in like the beginning stages.
That's like for a while he just had his glove on his desk, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty much all that they had there. He didn't even have like the fingers in it. He just had the tips.
All right, and that was just like the one thing that bugged me.
All right.
Other than that, like I love this episode.
All right. Let's get in some news stories real quick.
All right. First up, on if you're not subscribed to the CW YouTube channel, they're starting to put up episodes of the Cisco Chronicles. The first one. The first one's pretty funny. It's Cisco making like testing Barry's suit to make it bulletproof. I'm not gonna get any more details because I don't want to ruin it, but this sounds like it's gonna be a fun little web series. Cisco alone in his lab, pretty much being Captain Kirk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Speaking of Flash, we got a little bit of a leak of what may or may not be the season finale. This is the plot synopsis. Translated from, I guess, German. Okay, so Zoom abducts Wells and threatens Barry to kill Wells if Barry doesn't give Zoom his speed back. The man in the Iron Mask escapes from the prison and reveals to Barry who he is. So we will know the identity of the man in the Iron Mask somewhere, either episode 22 or 23. Now, any quick bets of who you think it is?
I still think it's Henry Allen. And also, this was just the CW writers saying, ha ha. But they're just like, who's the man in the Iron? He had no reason whatsoever to ask who the guy in the Iron Mask was at that point. And then Hunter just goes, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Man, sometimes the show gets too meta.
Just like, but I don't know. It's either, to this point, I've got two possibilities. One, somehow Eddie survived being shot in the heart, and he's in Earth 2 captured. I don't know how. But two, it's Henry Allen.
I have a third.
Or third, it's actually Jay.
About that. Greg Berlanti took to his Twitter and dropped this little nugget. For those inquiring, we love Jay Garrick and would never make him a baddie. No reinvention. Keep watching. Love that you're asking questions.
Also, that's giving them a possibility to say 3 seasons from now they actually show the real Jay Garrick.
Possibly. Or the man in the Iron Mask is the real Jay Garrick, and that's where Hunter stole the name from.
Could be.
Because I have no doubt that there is actually a Flash on Earth 2, but because Hunter is crazy, he took that name, kidnapped the real Jay Garrick, and is like, no, you have to stay here because if you don't, you'll ruin my plan.
Yes. Now, do you think that Jay Garrick will look like Teddy Sears?
Now that is a good question. There is some photographic evidence, but it could just be reaching.
Could you? Yeah, could be.
There is one more story I'll share. Something Arrow related. And it looks like we have some set photos released. Another grave being visited. Man, what the hell? What the hell is with Arrow and graves?
Who is it now?
According to the Arrowverse.com, it could either be a flashback or present day. They're not certain.
Thanks, Arrowverse. This event happened. That's pretty much what this is saying. We don't know what, but this
honestly, this is why I'm not really a fan of leaks. I just come across them because of the sources that I follow. But man, I just don't even know anymore.
God. I don't know. No one else could. I don't.
On a positive note, we're getting all 3 shows next week, and it's straight to the finish line from here on out.
Thank you, God. I'm sick of breaks. I'm so sick of breaks.
I know this year has been the worst.
Yeah, and they have no excuses whatsoever.
Like it's padding. It's got to be padding.
Yeah, but next year it better be all the shows run on the same schedule, and it's not just by this way. This week you only got Legends. This week you only got Arrow. This week we got Flash and Legends and no Arrow. This week we've only got Flash. It's like, what?
Yeah, a little more consistency would be nice.
A little bit, and not let's do one episode, then go on a break for a month again. What are you gaining? But anyways, I digress. We've got no other news to cover.
That's really it for now.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys again for watching. I'm going to go over with Mike something about possibly doing for the finales of the shows, but I'm not sure what he wants to do, so I won't say what I'm going to ask him. So, but it might be a little different. I am at WayneTech7 on Twitter and an admin at Geeks and Gamers. So.
And I'm at Captain K42 on Twitter. And again, Geeks and Gamers, Sons and Daughters of Movie Talk, those Facebook pages, you can find me there. Couple things, geeksandgamers.com, sign up, join the Geek Boards. Geek points are as good as money on that site. You can win raffle tickets, you can win some free stuff, join the conversations, all that good stuff. I write for the site. It's all good. And last but not least, subscribe to the Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel. You got Arrowverse After Show, Ask an Admin, We Are Geek, various reviews and vlogs and stuff. And stay tuned for some future projects coming up in
time.
In time. When we have things coming, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know pretty quick. Trust me, we're not that all big for a lot of surprises. All right, everyone, thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.